Hi everyone! So today I am starting a transformation video. You know by the title already that I got an American Girl at the flea market today. And you already know by the title that it's Marie Grace. But there's actually quite a story behind this Marie Grace doll. So let me explain. 2014, that was the year that we really got back into collecting American Girl. And that was like what snowballed my collection into getting like twice the size it had been as a kid. That was the same year that they retired Cecile and Marie Grace, and I remember that I was kind of like intrigued about this whole like Be Forever relaunch, and I was like doing a lot of research, and I noticed that a lot of people didn't like Marie Grace like that. Everyone loved Cecile and thought she was the best thing since sliced bread, but everyone, for the most part, thought that Marie Grace was ugly and that she was basically just bought to be used for customs, for like parts for custom dolls. So it made me really sad, and I kind of took pity on her, and this pity somehow kind of manifested into like a bit of an obsession. And
kind of like what happened to Caroline.
Stalking her like that whole fall, seeing if she'd get marked down if they couldn't sell her out quick enough. Ever since then, I've just had like this real soft spot for Marie Grace, and I've gone back and forth about like wanting her, kind of like I did with Caroline. Like I wanted her, but I was just getting back into American Girl, so I didn't want to like commit to this whole new character when I had just gotten like Julie and Ivy. I have to like control myself when it comes to American Girl because they're big and they're expensive and I don't have like tons and tons of room for them. But it never really left my mind, and then last summer, almost a year ago, we found her book at Savers, and Colleen read it, and the cool thing about Marie Grace is that she grew up with just her dad because her mom had passed away. And when Colleen was telling me about the book, which I haven't read yet because I'm lazy, I just felt like we could relate a lot to Marie Grace's story and her relationship with her dad. So that makes her a really special character to me, and she's actually lived in Massachusetts for a long time, even though her story takes place in New Orleans, which is also really cool because I'm from Massachusetts. That's made me even want her even more because I connect with her stories. And this past few weeks, I've kind of been thinking about American Girl lustfully because my birthday's next month. And I told myself that I was not going to allow myself to buy any American Girl dolls directly from American Girl or eBay, that if I was going to get any American Girls this year, it was going to have to be like by chance at the flea market because I can get really carried away. Lo and behold, after watch listing some from Marie Grace,
We literally watched this one like last night.
Like mostly out of curiosity, not because I was really going to like buy them.
I had intent to buy
I had this feeling this morning when I woke up and we were getting ready to go to the flea market. I was like, I really want American Girl. What ended up happening is we saw some like bitty twins and stuff, and they were like a pretty good deal, but I really didn't want to pay like $50 for them, so we were walking away, and then I spotted another seller had this box on the hood of their car. And you know like that sixth sense yet when you're like, that's Marie Grace, and I couldn't see her because the box was like this. You couldn't see the top of it, and I wasn't even sure if it was still for sale. So Colleen ran over and he was like, you won't believe who it is. And it was Marie Grace. And the pièce de résistance, the best part of the story is was $40, and she is like never really been played with because how did the seller describe the situation?
So the seller was talking to me while she went to the ATM. The doll just sat on a daughter's shelf and for the last few years, but the daughter's gotten to the age where she just doesn't care anymore. So he's like, oh, that's it. It's time to clean out the room, get rid of stuff.
What luck. I was like actually seriously thinking about getting a Marie Grace like maybe next year because I was still going to be hard on myself, and then like lo and behold, she turns up at the flea market for a great deal, and she's never really been loved by anyone. I mean, I've already opened her car, but I was like, I've never been so happy. This is Marie Grace, and this is the back of her hair. I'll give you guys a close-up after. And then I have her bookie in here. She has like her undies and her socks. She's just a little bit dirty. And then I think she has like a scuff on her nose, but that doesn't really bother me. So this is her face, and I must say, while symmetry isn't all that important to me on dolls, she's one of those dolls that's like really symmetrical. My Ivy doll, totally not symmetrical. She looks like she's like squinting with one eye, but Marie Grace has like a beautiful face, which is just awesome. And then her hair is a little messy, so I am gonna clean her up. Like, she's not gonna be a dramatic transformation.
Are you going to film me making a pizza pie?
No, I'm watching Marie
Oh right, it's not a health and lifestyle channel.
No.
Might be.
So I'm gonna wash Marie's body. She's really not dirty, she's just kind of a little dusty. Part of why I wanted to like wash her clothes is even though like her dress didn't look dirty like her undies did and her socks did because they're white items. So I'm just gonna clean her with baking soda. People like using magic erasers because they're less messy, but they just don't work for me. I am way too aggressive of a scrubber because I've tried them before and I just make them fall apart. I have a whole video on like the actual like an official tutorial for cleaning up an American Girl. It's features my Jess doll that I got last year from eBay. So I'll link it below if you want to like know the full detail. And I always clean the body before the hair, no matter what I'm cleaning. Especially on an American Girl though, because the baking soda gets in the hair. So like, if you clean it, then they'd have baking soda in it. So I'm gonna move on to Marie Grace's hair. I could easily replicate this, but my problem is I still haven't found like a really good brand of hair elastics that don't like crumble and decay in like our climate. I think it's maybe because we have really humid air here in New England, like moist. I don't really know. Like my dolls in storage never have that problem. It's all the ones on display. I'm just gonna flip it forward. And then like when I get bored of it, I mean I'll probably wash it a bit too. But I like to use dish soap. They have Connect-On here, if you're wondering, American Girls, which is used on like a lot of synthetic wigs for people. It's a really common fiber and it's like a different grade of what's used on Barbie, but Barbie dolls use Connect-On too a lot of the time. Just a lot of fashion dolls in general, so not a big deal to use regular shampoo and conditioner on them. I just like dish soap better than shampoo because I feel like it has like some antibacterial properties, so if there's anything funky in there, and I just feel like the smell lasts longer and I like the way it lathers, but that's just personal preference. I've used shampoo in the past and honestly I'm just too cheap to buy them special shampoo. I feel like with conditioner that's what makes more of a difference is the brand of conditioner you use. I feel like the really cheap watery conditioners, they don't do as much for the doll's hair. And I'm probably going to tackle her pin curls too. I think they look really cute. A lot of people cut them off. Oh yeah, Colleen's making her lunch for this week.
Pizza pie.
And you know, you would think I'd be concerned about having the dirty doll near her food for like food contamination, but I'm actually more concerned about the food touching Marie Grace. So this is how I wipe the baking soda off. I put it on a low tap. And rinsey, rinsey, because I always somehow miss some in the fingers because I get a little baking soda happy. Try to twist them back into their shape with the dish soap. Hi, hello. And I like the Garnier brand of conditioner, especially for American Girl because it's really thick and they have like kind of dry hair naturally. Smell lingers for a really long time, which smell is very important to me when it comes to my dolls. I don't like to use wire wig brushes for this because it's not gonna like do the job I want it to do. I'm gonna use a wide tooth comb, which I make sure to wipe off and stuff to get any dirt or whatever oils off. I've never had a problem using non-wig brushes on my dolls. I mean, obviously, if I'm just maintaining them regularly on display, I'll use a wig brush, not anything else unless I'm doing a style. And I need like the pick on my rat tail comb. And Addie I use this for because it doesn't pull out Addie's hair. The wig brush will bald Addie. Just to be careful with the fine tooth combs by the wig cap because you don't want it to snag. But I really want to do this because, use this comb because she was really tangled up here and I wanted to get it really smooth. Hers are in really nice shape. My Elizabeth doll, who I got off of eBay, her pin curls were totaled. So I had to actually recurl them. Because yes, you can boil wash an American Girl. Connect-On hair can be boil wash. You just don't want to submerge the top of the head where the glue is on the wig cap, and obviously like you wouldn't want to plunge their whole head anyways because of their metal behind their eyes. That would be really bad. So while I'm waiting for her boil wash water to be done, I'm just going to clean her boots. Like really lightly surface wash them. I'm not going to like soak them or anything because they're actually pretty dirty. So I heated my bowl up in the microwave for like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And in this bowl, it kind of just starts to bubble at that length of time. Since she has connect blonde hair, it's not like she needs super extreme heat because it will go straight pretty quickly. And her hair's not like really bad. Okay, so I'm gonna clean Marie Grace's hat really quick. This isn't fabric, it's almost like a plasticky, flimsy material underneath with like a kind of flocking, sort of felty material over the top. I've seen this a lot on like Bratz hats. It's actually really cheap, I'm not gonna lie, but it's super adorable. But I would normally not clean this because you can't just throw it in the water and soak it because it would probably cause it to come like unglued. But it's got some really nasty stains. So this is how I clean like flocked items, and I'm gonna have a tutorial up at some point. I like have it partially edited, but I have some hot water in a mug here, and I'm just gonna dissolve a little bit of OxiClean. And I also have my baby's Chloe's pig, which I don't know if you can see, but he's pretty skanky. I noticed this when I was dusting my baby's things while I have the mixture out. We're gonna clean Piggy too. So I'm gonna test this in an inconspicuous spot on the stain underneath. Make sure it doesn't do anything dangerous. Nothing's coming up on my toothbrush, so that's good. I think it's just like a piece of kind of like fabric-y stuff put on. So we have Marie Grace on the bed here, drying with her hat. I like to put them in front of a fan. I need to like clean this fan because you can ignore that. So I'm just gonna have her sit in front of the fan, and American girls dry really fast. Their hair does anyways. But and her body is like hardly, like her body's not even wet. I don't know how I managed that. I've gotten good at like not having them wrapped in a towel and not getting them wet. Okay, Andy has just discovered Marie Grace. And he's kind of in love. It wouldn't be one of my transformation videos if I didn't make something. It's not like I go out of my way to make stuff for my dolls, it's just I usually feel kind of inspired. And when I got Marie Grace, she had her hat from her accessory set, but not her fan or her necklace. And the necklace is something that's really cute, and I happen to have like this heart charm that you're probably not going to be able to see. So this is like the heart thing. I don't know where this came from. It must have come from one of our jewelry boxes, and it just says, I heart you on the inside. It's a few hours later, and Marie Grace is all done. I'm really pleased with how she came out. This is what the back of her hair looks like. I fixed the top of her scalp. I'll give you guys an up-close view. It's kind of dark, sorry. And her pin curls also came out really nice. There's this one troublesome one over here that's a little wet right now because I just added some more gel to it. I might actually have to like curl that later. And I made her a necklace, and she's so cute. And then her hat is really clean, and it's all dry now, and all of the material is still on it, and it doesn't have any more stains. All of the yellow and brown stains are gone. So these are her pin curls. Like, they're really shiny and luxurious looking, except this one. It's wet right now. I'm gonna need to recurl that. She's just so beautiful, and this is the necklace I made her a few minutes ago. So you can see it's like really silky. Ooh, excuse me. It's really silky and smooth. And this is still her original set of braids, and I think it looks nice. Like, you wouldn't know that it was all messy under here. My trick to like flip it forward worked out really well. Like I said, I could easily rebraid this, like I love braiding, but I figured because the elastics would go if I changed them, I'll keep it in for a while, and then when it gets messy or I get tired of it and I want to do something else with their hair, I'll take it out and then just boil wash these parts all the way. And then this is what the parts underneath look like that I boil washed. They tuck in nicer now. I just really love her. Like, I can't tell you how much I love this doll, and like, it was so perfect the way we found each other. I'll show you Chloe's pig. So I'm sure you were dying to know how Chloe's pig came out, you know, because he's the highlight of the video. He's so clean now.
Oh my god, he looks so good.
I know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know that she wasn't like the most dramatic transformation ever. I've been wanting her for so long, and I'm so glad to have her. And I think she's glad to have her.
Oh, there was a quick fun fact I wanted to add about today's experience finding her. We actually saw a lot of American Girl items today, including, and this is really funny, a doll exactly like Maya.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny because I was thinking about Maya like the whole time when we were at the flea market, because she was the last like full-fledged American Girl. Like, you know, we found Gwen since, but she was the last, like, our last regular American Girl, so.
Yeah, they were bought in like a similar condition. She was $50, she was $40.
She was slightly new because she had the hairnet on and everything.
Yeah, she still had her hairnet on. And it hadn't been taken out before, I don't think, because it looked really nice underneath. She was one I definitely was hoping to get one day, and I kind of always envisioned getting her at the flea market as like a rescue, but I couldn't have picked a better one. Like, it's like my Caroline doll, where it's like she's just the one. So I'm really excited to have her, and I definitely will be doing an American Girl collection video, like an updated one, sometime in the fall, but after flea market season is like over, because you never know what you're gonna find. And while I don't plan to like buy anyone directly from American Girl anytime soon, I just never know what I'll find, and I'd rather not like make it and then it be out of date, because that's exactly what happened last year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.